Good morning, good morning. Life Pastor Kyle here. Journey to Winning Anyway Life, and I'm your host for all things winning. Come on in. I am excited about today, as I always am. I'm excited more so about life than I am about just today. So as you come in, do me a favor, hit the like or love button, whether you're on Instagram, whether you're on Facebook, or whether you're on YouTube. Let me know that you're here. And then let's share it with somebody this morning. Just share with one person you think that really needs to have morning pep talk. Hello, Nia Brewer. Hope all is well with you. Dr. Sidney Morris Jr. Good morning, sir. Let's go. I'm ready this morning. Just kind of taking it slow so we can have some good conversation this morning. And so, all things are well. No frustrations, no anger. It's Friday, y'all. Dr. Donovan Woods, man, what's going on? I ain't seen y'all this year, man. I know you, MD and executive producer and all that, but good to see you and your family doing so well, man. So proud of you, your wife, and your children and your family. Amazing, sir. Hello, First Lady. And I see Mabel. There she is, Mabel Rice. What's going on? God's got you, girl. Hang in there. It's going to be good. Dr. Day Renee, good morning to you. Manny Saeed, Maria Briscoe. God bless you. Good morning, Prophet. Here you go. Mr. Holloway, come on. Good morning, Pastor, Prophet, Life Coach, and all of that. Come on. I take it all. I receive it all. And have a good message this morning. Good coaching. Hey, Kenneth Davis, it's going to be a coaching, but it's Angel. How you doing? Happy Fret Not Friday. Come on, lady. Come on, laying it out. Alicia James Taylor. Angel, still praying for you and your family. Time of bereavement, but also time of wisdom and understanding that a lot is happening. And so just praying for you and your family, man. We've been on each other a long time. Brittany Long. Good morning, Prophet. Y'all just messy. Tawanda Jefferson, Life Pastor here. I'm redoing some things, so prepare for the brand Life Pastor Kyle. It's gonna be me. It's gonna be phenomenal. Vanessa Davis, praying for you as well. Good to see you. Raquel Kyle. Good morning. The sun's up already. Come on. Listen, I want to have a good lesson, y'all. I don't want to wait too long. I want to go ahead and get into it because it's a wonderful lesson. It is kind of a pulled out of a chapter in the book I was going to do, and I pulled it out. And Dr. Kevin Woods, good to see you. Bringing it also on hashtag Life Pastor. That's it. It's going to be Life Pastor. You'll see Life Pastor a lot, and you'll see Life Pastor Kyle. There's a difference. There'll be separated difference in all those things. And so it's going to be good. This morning, I want to talk about something that I pulled out of the book. It's about communicating through it. And so I'm not dealing with getting rid of whatever it is. I'm going to deal with how to communicate through it. Hello, Jasmine Darjean. I see you. Dr. Wandale Brewer, Mr. Wandale Brewer. I'm excited for all the great people of God. Deja Young, the new mother. Good morning, the Life Pastor. Yeah, it's coming through. We're working through it. Miss Charlesetta Taylor, good morning to you. I have all kind of cold teas, hot teas, kiwi, strawberry. I'm loving it. But listen, let's get into the lesson real quick. I've been on here now approximately 4 minutes, and normally my introduction is 5 minutes. Hello, Cause Divine. I am so proud of you and so happy. Christy Lewis, what's up? Missed that smile. I don't know if I missed it Sunday or what. That smile. Gotta get that. Keep that smile. Keep it. Does not mean that you're fake. Does not mean you don't hurt. Does not mean that you're not human. What it does mean is that I'm choosing to smile in spite of whatever happens in my life. Our new member, what's up, Y Taylor? I'm calling her Y. Man, I'm thinking about just doing something just to get that brunch deal. I just want to invite some people to go eat, and we have a brunch deal. I'm trying to find a space for it. I saw that brunch deal you got, and yeah, I think it says 20 people. I think 20 people. Yeah, I think 20. But I want to probably invite 15. We want to all get full, in fact. But Geraldine Sanders, good to see you. A woman of God, a great woman of God. Tarika Hood, hi there. How you doing? Let's get into the lesson, y'all, so y'all won't say I've been on here too long. I'm ready. Hello, Dexter. Renika Bolden, let's get into it. And I've had so many. I've been counseling. The other day I was counseling. I was able to bless people and counsel quick and early. But I talked to so many people. And in talking to all the people, my reality came to fruition that people are still learning how to communicate. And we never can be too busy to learn how to communicate. Hey, Latasha Simpson, God bless you. Good to see you. People have to learn how to communicate and not communicate at one another, but communicate with one another to communicate through it. Now, I'm going to get heavy for a little while because this is part of the book that I didn't put in the book. One of our greatest tests in our life and in our maturity and in our relationships, whether it's personal relationship or whether it's professional or even our spiritual relationships, is not, hey, Ken Booker Sapp, good to see you. So y'all finally got a chance to see who Ken Booker Sapp is. Yeah, you know, whether our professional, personal, or spiritual, the question is not if conflict is going to happen. The question is not whether it will happen or not happen. The question is, how will we communicate when it does happen? I think that's the problem that we're having, not being able to effectively communicate when it happens. And I want to kind of help you through that this morning, because if I can help you through that, then we won't have as many situations as we have or circumstances that we have, because we've done something a little more effectively. Got it? And I want to kind of help y'all with that this morning. Let's talk about it a little bit. Because there are a lot of relationships in life that fail, but most of them don't fail because people stop caring. They don't fail because people stop caring. She said, had conflict at work yesterday. Hey, we have it every day. We don't mismanage relationships. Like I say, whether it's professional, personal, or spiritual, we don't mismanage them because we stop caring. The relationships fail because people stop talking honestly. Hey, Geraldine, good to see you. They stop talking honestly and they talk defensively. They stop listening deeply and start listening quickly. And they stop working through uncomfortable moments. And when people stop working through uncomfortable moments, then things start to die. Hello, Andrea Thomas. Hey, Kier. Hey, Taika Lee. Good to see you, our Floridian member and family friend. So Brittany, it becomes dangerous because if we're honest with ourselves, we will, y'all got me deep already. I feel it. I feel y'all pulling. Stop it. Calm down. Relax. Just relax. Please relax. It's Friday. We have lost and mismanaged some very valuable relationships. Hey, Deny. We've mismanaged some very valuable relationships. Even though the relationship may have not been for a lifetime, we missed the value in it for that season. Because we did not. Good morning, Miss Danielle Taylor. I forgot. I'm supposed to text you. I'm supposed to tell you, put a cut on Kingdom. I'll tell you why later. Y'all know what that mean, Pastor? None of y'all business. She know exactly what I'm talking about. She may not know why, but she know. Okay, here we go. So they fail because we stop talking honestly. We start trying to spare individuals' feelings, so we end up partially lying or not telling them all the truth and not giving people a chance to know what we're really saying. So we stop really talking honestly. We stop listening deeply and we start listening to respond. Good morning, Karen. Good to see you. God bless you. Good to see you. And we don't listen deeply to help people. We listen to respond. And I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna stop. And then we stop working through uncomfortable. I still don't get certain words. We stop working through uncomfortable situations. And so, Geraldine, what ends up happening is we tend to have a relationship that we've not been honest with. And then we end up getting frustrated because we can't have the conversation or communicate well. And then we end up being silent. And silence builds walls. I got that this morning. It's on my notes. Me and my wife were talking, and I was telling her, whenever a person says something to someone, if you don't listen to the person and where they're coming from and understanding what they're saying, you tend to respond defensively. And if you respond defensively, You just put yourself in a fence, and now that person has to put themselves in a fence because of the fact they know that you're protecting you. So now no longer am I communicating. We're now trying to figure out, why am I in a fence behind these words that were just said? Or why am I why am I on the defense behind what was just said? Silence builds walls. Hey, Tarika Hood. Silence builds walls. Communication breaks them down if it's done effectively. Assumptions will create distance because people will tend to want to be on defense because they assume something. So now they build something in their mind and their heart and their head that's not there. So when you talk to them or communicate, they respond defensively. So now they build a fence. So if silence builds walls and assumptions create distance, we must also understand that communication builds bridges. It builds bridges for you to get across to where you're going, but it also builds a bridge for people to get across to you. And sometimes real communication will build a bridge for you to get out of what you're in and realize, I built that because everyone has hurt me. Everyone in my past has hurt me. Everyone I dealt with hurt me. All my family has hurt me. Every man I dealt with hurt me. Every woman I dealt with hurt me. Everybody I gave myself to hurt me. And in reality, you got to now look at, you're the only common denominator. Hey, Bree Piper. So if that's the case, I need to find out, am I really being hurt? Or am I trying to respond defensively and I want people to respond to me lovingly and kindly while I'm giving them the fence? Okay. Can y'all hear me clearly? Is the music too loud? If it's too loud, I'll turn it up, turn it down. Let me know. Healthy people don't run from hard conversations. Healthy people don't run from hard conversations. They lean into the conversation. I know because I studied when I was a kid. Reason why I played drums and love music, because I could not talk. As y'all saw a while ago, I was like, Healthy people lean into conversations. They lean into it with honesty. They lean into them with respect and emotional maturity. And the reason why healthy people do that, because that's where they learn. They learn from the hard conversation. They learn from hearing other people when they're going through something. The wisdom is where we learn. Hey, Dr. Keith Hurst, good to see you, man. I enjoy you, man. You've been blessing me lately. I'll tell you how. Healthy people learn from hard conversations. They learn it because they embrace it with honesty. They embrace it with respect. I understand. That's how you feel. Let me tell you how I feel. I can't say that's how you feel. That's not right. I can only tell you that's how you feel. Let me tell you how I feel. And can we communicate and come to, y'all got me early, and come to a resolve. I'm on my way there. When something matters to you, you don't avoid it. When someone matters, you don't avoid it. Here's my lesson for today. You communicate through it. Listen, y'all, there are 41 of you on here. Only 28 of you have hit the like or love button. I enjoy y'all saying good morning, but please hit the like or love button. That's what traction is. Hit the like or love button. Whether you're on YouTube or Instagram, it's 41. We're missing about 10%, about 5% of y'all. Hit that like or love button. So when something matters to you, you don't avoid it. You communicate through it. Today, I want to talk about 3 quick keys. 3 quick keys to communicating through difficult moments. Because as time change and things happen, she say, and share. Natasha, I don't tell them to share a lot because Facebook is doing some strange stuff, and it's just very depressing that you can get on a live, hit the button on the notification for a live, and it takes you to a reel. People who pay and do stuff, it'll take my story to a reel, and it's So I let people come who come, and I'll let people share by word when we start doing the podcast, the real podcast, like on the stage podcast and on YouTube and in person and on Saturday brunches, and the thing called the male's voice, where men are talking. Markeisha Henderson, what's going on? She said they're censoring the good content. They really are. They really are. That's why people are jumping off going to YouTube. We're gonna do the same thing real soon, like in the next couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, because that's what they do. So when we do, y'all, and we're not here, I come here so y'all can catch up here, but it's gonna stay on YouTube. I gotta go. I can't do that. Y'all got me jumping out there. So yeah, because men have a voice, but men have to learn how to use their voice. And the voice that men have does not have to be loud. It just needs to be consistent. Okay. Let me give you the 3 keys to communicating through difficult moments. And I'm doing this because, again, this is the journey to a winning anyway life. I am your host, Life Pastor Kyle, for all things winning. It's going to be good. But the reality of it is that if we don't learn to communicate, we won't win. So I'm going to give you 3 quick keys to communicate, or how to communicate through difficult moments so your relationship can win instead of collapsing. Got it? If the person is mature enough, understand this, that you can, if there's a situation and there's an issue with communication, I go in that all day. I love it, because if there's an issue and the person is mature enough, let's have a conversation about it, and let's communicate and address the issue. Don't avoid the issue. Don't avoid it to the point where you start attacking one another and start attacking from the area of defense, and the issue is still left on the table. But some things I have to avoid for my peace. Let me help you. Hey, Crystal Burton, let me help you, all you peace seekers. The Bible says, peace I leave with you. There are some things you won't have real peace until you deal with it. Avoidance might create temporary peace, but it produces long-term damage. Avoidance might produce, you might have peace for a little while. You might be peaceful right now, but I promise you, it's gonna come back up. And when it comes back up, it always comes back up bigger. You know, you don't tell somebody the truth about why you're mad. But hey, Dr. Emery Shelvin, no, you don't tell the truth about why you're really mad. And then you get into an argument, and then you bring up why you were mad 3 months ago and 2 months ago. And you want them now to pay for why you were mad then, that you lied and did not communicate about. No. Address the issue, don't avoid it. Hey, First Lady. Avoidance might create temporary peace, but it produces long-term damage. And that's not something that you want in relationship, whether personal, job, whatever. Because when problems are ignored, I'm a detailed person, because I stuttered bad. And that's in the book. Because I stuttered real bad, then I couldn't talk. So I paid close attention to a lot of things that other people missed and did not see. So now I've grown. That's become, I got to teach y'all how life works, that many of you, oh God, how I'm gonna do this. Many of you are not yourself. %70 of you are products of your past trauma. Does not mean you're living in it, but who you have created and become is because of what was happening to you and happening through you. And many people don't take the time to go. No, Markeisha, not the imposter syndrome. I don't want to go there yet. I don't want to go there. I want to go to the point of this right here. A lot of times, if you've been in a situation for 10 to 15 years, you're really not able to shake that in 1 year, truth be told. Hey, Valencia, because who you have become in 15 years is because of where you were. So sometimes the reason why we get saved and receive Christ and we're new creatures is so we're able to find out why we were really born into the earth, because we can't depend on how we were raised. Because sometimes our parents wasn't in church and they didn't know who God was trying to raise us. So they raised us to be scoundrels. They raised us to be no good. They raised us to do this and do that and do this and do that and do what we saw our uncles and our cousins do. And now we're in life trying to live for God, trying to figure out How do I live for God when this is all that I did all my life? And I've become this because of everybody who mismanaged me and people who didn't understand me. Hey, Dr. Law, good to see you. People who didn't know who I was, people who did not take the time to find out what my anointing was. They could find out what my vulnerability was so they could mistreat me and use my vulnerability to keep me captive long enough so they could benefit from my life, and I still don't know who I am. I'm trying to figure myself out while they're using me already. Hey, Demeter Phillips. No, Demeter Phillips, y'all going too deep. I'm not going to survival. I'm just going to life. It's not survival. It doesn't have to be survival. It's just life. It's not, see, survival is when you recognize it and you refuse to move forward and you choose to stay stuck back. Most people don't even recognize it because it's just life. We go too deep in going to the technical side. It's just life. It's just that people didn't, it's not survival. It's the fact that we have not taken the time to stop developing ourselves, school and career and all that, to find out what God has really, my voice getting loud, has really designed for us. And so we're not even around people who cater to our anointing and our gifting. We're around people who like us and who want to deal with us with our deficiency that we don't even know we have. We're just who we are because of how we've been all our life. Okay, let me give you one easy. You can't be married to a man for 15 years and then next year think you're really ready to get married, whether he dies or get divorced. Because who you are is who that man and your relationship made you. And everything you became, even on your own, is because of who you were married to. If he died and you loved him, you became those things to make that relationship connect on this level. You can't just shake that in a year. You spent 15 years, you spent 365 days, 15 times to make sure that that thing worked and it's on point. And then he dies or whatever. And then you think, because you go to church and get prayed for, that you're ready for somebody else that's 15 years older who has their own years and you're gonna mesh it in 1 year. Sadly mistaken. Life is too broad for that. And the only way to do that or start that process is to communicate. But most people, I'll take you one more step. It's like having a big oak tree in your yard for 20 years. The roots were planted 20 years ago, or the tree was planted 20 years ago, and the roots wasn't as deep. But after 20 years, you can't just come and uproot the tree because the roots are attached to other things under the ground, rocks, cement, plumbing pipes, house foundation. You can't just come uproot it. What you have to do first is kill the tree and then bore it out, which means kill the root first, and then get it out. Because other than that, the root will keep growing. And many people have become roots of something they're no longer a part of, and you don't understand why your life can't succeed and why you can't win. And on the journey, it's frustrating. Pastor, you say winning, but it's not working because of the fact that the roots are still growing. You've not taken time to bore out the roots of the tree that you don't want while you're trying to plant another whole tree in the same space. It's not going to work. And life will forever be difficult. And the only way to get through it is to communicate through it. Y'all took me out there for a minute. I'm coming back, y'all. I'm coming back. I'm coming back, Tosh. I'm coming back. I really am. Y'all took me way out there. So here's what happens when you don't communicate and you try to avoid. Y'all mess me up. Jesus. Y'all try to avoid situations just to create what's called temporary peace. But again, it produces long-term damage. I'll tell you how. Y'all messing with me right now. Because when problems are ignored, resentment grows from one or two people. The person who does not know what it is, or the person who knows what it is, but can't communicate it. Come on, Dage, that's the goal. I'm doing the best I can. That's the goal right there. What happens when problems are ignored? Resentment grows. And resentment is very dangerous. It's very dangerous. Got you, Vanessa. I got you. Because Resentment normally is silent. Come on, come on, brother. Come on, that's my wife's twin right there. Resentment grows and is silent. Watch this. I hear something in my head. I got to figure out which way it goes. Even though resentment grows and is silent, it speaks loudly. If y'all ready to go deeper, say go. Y'all messing me up. I'm going to do a part 2 to this later because I'm not getting through the lesson. Y'all not letting me get through the lesson. Resentment grows silently but speaks loudly when the problem is ignored. Resentment, okay, y'all say go. Okay, let me tell you what I mean. Resentment is when you choose not to talk about it, but you hold every negative thing on the inside of you with it. And the negative thing takes roots and it grows and you nurture it and you protect it and you comfort it and you hide it. And then you build a life around it. And when you can't take no more, you explode and you tell the person why you resent them. So then everything that you've done the last 30 days with them and for them is canceled because now you're telling them you had resentment the whole time. So then now they have a reason and a right not to trust anything you're saying right now and not do because you've been living a lie because you refuse to communicate your resentment. Oh, and so it damages relationships. So now you no longer are you trying to figure out what the resentment is. You now don't even trust the situation. So now there's a big gap in the relationship, no matter what it is, because now you have to rebuild trust, and rebuilding trust takes a long time. Unless you have two mature people. Come on, Geraldine. We're having a good time today. We're having a party today. We're having a party today. It's a party. Resentment building trust, rebuilding trust takes a long time. Watch this. Unless love abides. When love abides, trust ain't even an issue. I was in my debriefing for my book with my wife's team and all the people and everybody. And one thing they said is, how did y'all function? And I said, we choose to forgive. And that's one thing people lie about. Most people choose to forgive, say they forgive until they can get you back. Or they choose to forgive until they make a mistake and then they change their mind. If love abides, forgiveness hits, you let it go. If you're mature, what's up, Aaron? You can talk about it if you're mature enough to. If you're not mature enough, then you got to forgive and go with God and realize what I have is greater than what I had. So when problems are ignored, resentment grows. That's the first point. The first point. Number 2, misunderstandings are multiplied. Everything is misunderstood when you ignore problems because now the person that has resentment hears everything you're saying a different way. And the person that offended, that wants it to be over with, hears everything a different way because they want you to now get over it so they cannot take the responsibility and accountability for the damage that they did, that you now resent, that trust is now involved with. And now everything is misunderstanding, and everything misunderstanding is multiplied over and over and over and over and over. So maturity and forgiveness is the quickest way to get on the right path. When you have the resentment and then you have misunderstandings, the next thing that happens is distance is developed. Now, here's the point. Distance should be had, but never developed. Because once you develop how to deal with distance, then you mess up the connection. Y'all, this is not part of the book. This is part of what y'all are getting because I didn't do this part in the book. You end up losing the connection because you develop distance. Then you learn how to function with the distance. The Bible even says when a husband and wife are going to consecrate a fast, they should get one another's permission because the kingdom knows if a husband and wife consecrate and one puts something else in front of a husband or wife, even in consecration, if you don't get understanding or wisdom about it, anything that creates distance, the devil will enter in. Or it happens. So if the Bible says it about consecration, what do you think the devil says about resentment and misunderstandings? And then now you develop distance. Now you've left space for the devil to enter in, because now you have distance, because you guys figure it's safer that way, because no longer you're on defense and you're on defense. So now here you are supposed to be in the fence together in a relationship, but you both are inside your fence. And now you've developed distance, and now you've given time for whoever else knows your negativity or your deficiency to get in the defense with you. They agree, I understand what you're going through. It's a shame. And that's how affairs occur. Good God Almighty, God is so good to me. I love him. I love him. That's what distance does. You should never develop distance. It should always be a conversation or communication about it. Because once you develop it and get used to it, the distance doesn't have to leave. There's no wedge. You created it and developed it and matured with it. And now you built a life around being separate. So now the devil has time to come in whenever you're separate. So mature conversation says, you got to hear the whole thing, Aaron. You got to hear the whole thing. I don't know if it took y'all back to the beginning when you came in, but it's messing me up too. So when you're mature, here's the answer you should have. Let's talk about it before it turns into something bigger. That's mature conversation. That's when you're a mature communicator. And it says, let's talk about it before it becomes something bigger. Because you know how it works. So I don't want to wait till it gets bigger. Because some problems will grow in silence, but the same problem will shrink with an honest conversation. I was coaching someone the other day, and they were talking about something that we've given them wisdom on before, over and over and over and over and over. And they got this beautiful revelation. They said, if I would have just talked to you guys a year ago, I talked to you a year ago, I wouldn't be here right now. I said, that's the revelation that most immature people never have, because everyone thinks that where they are is where they're supposed to be. They don't realize where they are now, harvest, is where they planted seed before. Meaning you planted something to get where you are. You did something to get here. So if you're not where you want to be, it's because you didn't plant the right seed in your own life at that time. And if where you are now is not focusing on where you say you're going, you're going to still be making tracks when you should have been there. They said, if I would have just said this, if we'd have talked to y'all months ago, we'd have just said this a year ago, we wouldn't even be here now. Because now we're having a conversation about something that's last year before last, because somebody harbored offense, defense. But because you harbored it, everything came through it. It filtered through defense. So everything has been happening. We say, that's because it is. That's because it was never discussed, and the honesty was never talked about. So therefore, they filtered everything through defense. So now a whole year's gone by, and they've been living in this box that they built defensively, when in reality, they're the only one in the box. Nobody else is in the box. Everybody else is doing what they want to do. They're the only one in the box, but they're blaming everybody outside the box for their own bondage, like many of you are doing. You blame everybody else except for you. When people call me, they get really offended quite a bit, because when you call me, I'm going to talk to you about you. I may talk about who you're talking about a little bit, but at the end, I'm going to say, well, what did you do to fix this? Or what did you do? Because my goal is to get a resolve. It's not to agree with you, because normally you're on defense and your revelation is immature. It's immature because most of you don't have long-term relationships. Everybody you with is under 5 years. If that's the case, besides family, that's the case, you're the problem. If you don't have people in your life 7, 8, 10, 12, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40 years, you are a problem. Oh, I just don't let people hang around. I don't deal with that. You're just ignorant, and you are void of communicating effectively, and you're void of sustaining anything positive. So when you can't address it, you avoid it. And avoiding issues does not protect the relationship. It kills it. And the people who should be on here are not. And the ones who are on here are not saying nothing. At least say amen. at least God can know you agree and not in silence. Communicating through it is not silence. Problems grow in silence, but they shrink in honest conversation. But if you avoid the issue, it is able. If you avoid the issue, I'm just trying to protect my relationship. No, you're not. You're killing it when you avoid the issue because you're allowing the negativity to grow roots. Let me help you. So that's point number one, y'all. See how y'all did me? Point number two is what communication is. It's not just talking, it's listening to understand, not just to respond. It's listening to understand. I can talk to people and tell when they're ready to talk, because while you're talking, they're licking their lips and they're leaning forward. Hey, Darnell, they're leaning forward. Or Darnell, I'm sorry, not Darnell, Darnell and Alexander. Good to see you, sir. They're leaning forward. They're like, let me tell you what I can't stand. Pray for me. No, you talk to somebody. There's two types of people. The ones that always say, I know. You can't know until I say it. You have no idea what I'm going to say. That's a person that has not been heard. Shut up and listen. I shouldn't have said that, right? Let me come back with my better. Let me do my better. Let me do my nice introduction. Hold on a second. Hi. So listen, this is Life Pastor Kyle. I want to talk about communicating through it. Some things in your life, you can't avoid the issue just to protect the relationship. It sometimes slowly kills it. So listen, communication does not mean that you know everything's going to go on. Let people have an opportunity to talk to you. Trust them. Let them have a communication level with you that they can trust and be a part of. So don't always say, I know, because give that person an opportunity to be able to respond to you correctly. Or then there are people who are just waiting to talk because no one else listens to them. So sometimes you have to listen to understand, not just to respond, not just to have something to say, and definitely not just to be right. Most people listen to defend themselves. They don't listen to better situations. They don't listen to better themselves or make it right. They simply try to defend themselves in every situation because they take everything negatively. They take it as something that's against them, not understanding that some communications and conversations are simply to get an understanding with other individuals. You got it? So most people listen to defend themselves, not to understand the other person. When you begin to understand the other person, you put yourself in a place where communication grows, because real communication requires humility. It requires being humble enough to understand that you don't know it all. It requires humility to understand that if you listen, you get a chance to learn and grow. Like me, myself. I don't grow by listening to myself. I grow by listening to the problems of others. And then the wisdom comes to give them wisdom. And I maintain the wisdom I've given them enough to bless myself as well. So here we are. Real communication requires humility. Sometimes what the other person is really trying to say is, I'm talking to you because I feel like I can trust you in my humility and in my vulnerable place, because I felt overlooked by everybody else. So can you just listen to me? Or the other person says, I'm talking to you because after I finish talking, I want to be silent and I need reassurance. Can you just reassure me? Watch this. I'm talking to you because I needed to know that I matter. So can you let me know that I matter? But the hard problem is, if that person does that and then correction comes, they take correction negatively and not as love. But here's the good part. When people feel heard, healing begins. When people feel heard, healing begins. So understand, someone's heart is more important than you winning the argument. Okay. I'd rather have the relationship with good communication and truth, and we begin to heal together communicating, than me winning the argument and losing your heart in the process. Because when you are mature, healthy communication creates emotional safety. with mature people, because immature people think healthy communication and emotional safety is the place where everybody agrees with me. No, emotional safety is when people protect you from making dumb decisions as a full-grown adult publicly. And they can communicate it healthily or in a healthy way. So let's say it again. Let's clear it up. So when you have healthy communication, it should create emotional safety when both individuals are mature enough to understand that healthy does not mean agreement. In my book, I talked about the fact of when I supported my wife, even though I didn't agree. And you have to learn how to do things, even though it may not be your favorite thing, but because you love the heart of someone else. It's better than me winning the argument by myself. Okay, so here we go. So as you learn to communicate in a healthy way, it will communicate. Y'all see how I had to reset myself? Completely. Y'all trying to take me down another road. I'm learning this from my podcast. I'll be able to reset myself so y'all can't take me. I'll take y'all where I want to go. So I can do more, give you more information. Because once you begin to create effectively, you'll create emotional safety where people can express, hear me very well, how they feel without fear. Watch this. Without judgment, I'm coming to a deeper level, and without punishment. I'll say it again. As you create a place of healthy communication, it creates emotional safety. Are y'all still here? I see 42. Y'all just all say something. I want to see if y'all still here. It creates emotional safety where people can express how they feel without fear, without judgment, and without punishment. Here it is. But mature people also understand that correction is not punishment. Because most people, Maria Briscoe, they want you to agree with them. And if you disagree, then they don't think it's no longer healthy. It's no longer healthy because you're too immature to grow into a position to understand that everything does not have to be in agreement to be healthy. Sometimes the protection, Demeter Phillips, is I'm not agreeing with you, don't do that. You can't do that, that's gonna mess up your life. So because I don't agree, does not mean it's not healthy, especially if I know why I don't agree. English, here we go, help you out. You're finna walk outside and I saw a man with a gun getting out of his car and I'm telling you don't go outside. And you're saying, when I'm ready to go, I said, I understand, but right now don't go outside. I'm now communicating, don't go outside. I think it's unsafe for you to go outside. And because you figure you're trying to control me, you run outside and the man shoots you in your face. And when you get healed, you say, why you ain't tell me? I told you. I told you. You expressed that you wanted to leave without fear, without judgment, and without punishment. But I corrected you to tell you that you should not leave right now. But because of the fact you think it's control, you don't be controlled, then what you do is you run outside to your own demise. Understand the difference? We think when people correct us, it's because they're trying to control us. No. Sometimes people are correcting you because your filter is dirty and you've been processing most of what's happening through a dirty filter, a past situation, pain that showed up, a trauma that's being exercised. We can see, but you can't see yourself. Judging everyone based on your past. Judging present people based on your past and treating them like that. Come on, I like that, Ashley. A disagreement is not an attack. Well, I'm not referring to just disagreement. I like that. Sometimes it can save your life. I agree. I'm not referring to a disagreement. I'm referring to the level of just correction. Because sometimes when you correct somebody, disagreement or not, they can know they're wrong. They just don't. Why you got to correct me in public? Because normally when people correct you later, most people who are have mental deficiencies will say, I don't understand, I don't remember that. So I tend to do it sometimes right where you are, so you'll know exactly what you did that was out of order. So if you value the relationship that we have, whether physical, mental, spiritual, financially, boss, whatever, if you value that, then you won't continue that process. Because if you do, then it's going to serve the relationship. Slowly, in this season, quickly. Number 3, I'm on it, y'all. How to get through. Communication also means, if you're going to communicate through it, it also means this. This is what it means in the gist of all of it, and I'll be done. It simply means that we are working toward a resolution in a conversation, in a situation, in frustration, in communication, in business, in relationship, in marriage, in friendships, whatever it is, the whole goal of communication, communicating through it, is to work toward a resolution. Got it? It's not just an opportunity for you to express yourself or you being right. The resolution is the answer. Okay. You can set up places where you have safe space, where communication can be about you venting. But you cannot just decide you're going to take every relationship, because communication is not just about you venting your feelings, because your feelings can't be trusted. They are accurate. Don't get me wrong. They're your feelings. They're accurate. And they're valid to you. But it does not mean they can be trusted, because you'll feel one way right now. And if you wait long enough, by 12 o'clock, you'll be apologizing to someone because of what you said based on your feelings. You'll be saying, you know what? I was tripping. I shouldn't have said that. Because feelings are like life. They're fleeting. They come and go based on what happens. And you can feel a certain way. Hey, Lady Betty Fitzgerald, good to see you. I'm sorry. I'm in a zone right now. I'm sorry. Good to see you this morning. Oftentimes, feelings can be adjusted by other people. That's how frail they are. You could be mad at one person and somebody say, stop all that frown. You're too cute for that. Depending on who it is, you'll turn back, try to get on my nerve, and start blushing and smiling. You walk into work, he get on my nerve. I'm so sick of him. I can't deal with this. She get on my nerve. I'm sick of her. And somebody say, stop all that. Your dimple's not showing. You too cute for that. My child, somebody got on my nerve. Good morning. How you doing? You would literally change your feelings and address that person differently. Well, they ain't doing anything. Well, if the person that did it is not with you, why are you still carrying the feelings? Why are you still venting and carrying why are you still spewing out what they gave you at home and you at a whole nother location? Because you've not learned to communicate through it. It's not about you just being right. It's about moving toward a resolution. I'm almost done, y'all. We're gonna get you out of here. It's about moving toward a resolution. It's about moving toward clarity. Here it is. And moving toward growth. Let me throw you out some questions real quick. We'll be done. This is the questions that when you have healthy communication, you should be asking yourself. You ready? What do I need to do differently moving forward? Because this is what immature people say. No, talk to your boy. No, talk to your girl. Or talk to them. It ain't me. Maybe it was you when you didn't address it right 2 years ago. And now it's them, but it's them because you failed to address it. Oh, I got one for you. Maybe you just wanted peace in the relationship, so you didn't tell the truth. And now what you didn't address has now become permanent. And now you mad because what you didn't address became permanent. You didn't uproot it, so now it's permanent. And now you're angry because you didn't address it. But you don't want to address yourself. You want to address them for consistently being inconsistent when you didn't address the inconsistency a year ago. And now you want to blame somebody else. That's not healthy communication, nor is it maturity in life. The question is, how do I do things differently moving forward? Question number 2, how can I strengthen my relationships? I hear people saying, I've already done that. I've already done all that. You're lying. You haven't had enough time to do it. I got 30 years in the game. You ain't had enough time to strengthen a relationship. Because the time you thought you were strengthening it is the time you were beating it. And you can't strengthen something beating it. You have to comfort it. You have to nurture it. You have to give it truth and not give it what you call wisdom, I call opinionated feelings. What you call wisdom, send me that, Manny. What you call, somebody scribe me that on my text. What you call Wisdom, I call your opinionated feelings. It's based on your opinion and your feelings. It's not wisdom. It has no background. It has no Bible, and it has no results. With no results, it's your feelings and it's opinion. So how can I should relationship? Well, what can I do? Number three, what boundaries or changes are necessary now? And sometimes we always think boundaries, which you put in place to keep people back. In reality, you should put boundaries on the outside so neither one of you can go outside until you communicate. No, Ashley, you and Mackie cannot go out to eat if y'all have not communicated well, unless you're going out to communicate at the restaurant. You cannot do positive things. I tell people, if there's an issue on the table, deal with the issue. Do not have sex. Don't do it. Because if sex fixes the issue, then you're lying to yourself. I'm giving you a reason not to do it. Don't do it, because men and women think, woman thinks, if I can just give him something and he'll shut up, then you're manipulating. And man thinks, if we just had sex and now you still tripping, then you really tripping. I thought everything was good because we just did that. See, y'all? And you can't put those two brains in a bed and get a resolution. No offense, you are not that good, and neither is your body. You're not that good. You'll end up in a trap where you start using your body to manipulate, and so then now when you want your way, you use your body. So what you'll end up being is a cheap prostitute giving your body without real results and no money. I'll move on. The goal is not to prove who is right. The goal is not to prove who is right. The goal is to get to what is right. For both individuals to get to what is right. The other goal of that is to protect what matters, and that's the heart of one another. If I have to protect my own heart from my wife, then she's not my wife. She's my rent partner. If she have to protect her heart from her husband, we don't have a marriage. Anybody you have to protect your heart from, you're not in relationship with. You should be with people in your life or people who protect the goals to protect what matters. You should be around, you should have a circle of people who protect you when you're present and when you're not present. That's relationship. If you have to protect your heart from somebody, that's you being defensive. Defensive is to put up a fence. So how am I going to protect you when you put yourself in bondage? Mature conversation will always seek solutions. Hear me well. I'm going to help some of y'all grow in like 2.2 seconds. Real mature conversation or communication will seek solutions, not explanations. Most people are good at explaining, but what is the solution? What I hear your banter. I hear your conversation. I hear it. But what's the solution? Oh, it's no solution. You have a lot of explanations. Oh, okay, I got it. So you just want to be heard and feel important. Finding the answer will make, okay. People can be heard and feel important and still have no value. When you all you have is explanations. When you find solutions to problems, now you have value. And you don't have to communicate as much because once you find a solution, you just live. If something is valuable in your life, it will require communication. Yes, it will. Strong relationships, they're not built on perfect people or perfect moments. 30 years in the game, they're not built on perfect people and perfect moments, but they're built on people who are willing to talk through it, who are able to deal with imperfect moments, not avoid them. Got to deal with it. Because when you communicate, I said it earlier, honestly, with humility and respect, we give the relationship the opportunity to grow instead of being broken down. So I want you to remember something on the way out. Here we go. Running from the conversation may protect your pride, but communicating through it protects the relationship. So the next time tension arises, lower your voice. The next time tension arises, lower your voice. The next time tension arises, lower your voice. The devil tried to get me this morning. I said something to my wife. We were talking, and I'm in this book mode, so I'm in living what I'm teaching. So I made a comment about me being cute. She always tells me, so I beat her to the punch. I said, this might be nice, blah, blah, blah. I had something else on, I was changing. I said, might be nice. And she said, you know you cute. I said, I gotta be cute. I'm trying to keep you from, and I made a comment about her past. So this. No name, just some characteristics, right? And she said, ain't nobody thinking about that, blah, blah, blah. And then I went into attack. I said, why do women always, when you say ain't nobody, I'm not talking to nobody, I'm talking to you. So, and if I was joking, I'm joking 30 years in the game, then why couldn't you match the joke on the other side and say, no, so-and-so can't handle this or have blah, blah, blah. Why did you go into, man, ain't nobody? Because now you're not addressing the joke, you're now addressing me. And if I'm joking and you ain't nobody, then defense, I lowered my voice and said, that's not what I was talking about. I didn't apologize once. As she walked into me getting dressed, I said, hey, I want to apologize again because I wasn't trying to get you in defense mode or say, it wasn't that, honey. But if that's how it came out, that's how we communicated. I said, I wasn't trying to do that, honey. I'm sorry. I'm in her face. I want to apologize. That's not what I was doing. But when you say, man, nobody thinking about that, blah, 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 blah. Well, you took what I said jokingly, which I know 30 years, is not even real. It's like me cracking a joke about a cartoon and you going to a Netflix reel or a Lifetime movie. We're on two different pages. So the next time tension arises, lower your voice, because misunderstandings will surface based on if you decide to communicate through it. They'll surface, but how you deal with it. You'll get misunderstandings, you'll get frustration, or emotions will run high. When that happens, here we go, Angel. Don't shut down. Don't walk away. And don't let silence build. Let me stop. Are y'all okay? I'm gonna close right here. Next time tension arises, or misunderstandings surface, or emotions get high, don't shut down. Don't walk away. In my closing point, don't let silence destroy what communication has built. Don't let silence destroy what communication. Send me that, Manny, Tawana Jefferson, send me that. Don't let, what's up, Mona Coulter? I'm seeing the Coulters this week. What's going on? How y'all doing? Don't let silence build or destroy what communication has built. Got it? No matter how difficult it is, no matter how bad it gets, I believe you can communicate through it. I'm right at less than an hour. I plan on being out here earlier than that, but I couldn't make it. Y'all pulled on me. Thank y'all so much. Push yourself. Thank you, Manny. Make sure that you understand nothing is worth losing your voice, your heart, and some relationships. If it's worth it, communicate through it. It's Life Pastor Kyle signing out. We'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. I take my mind. Y'all want to talk some more? Nah, I'll let y'all go. Bye.